Welcome to the Life of Styn, where our goal is to make your life yours again. Today I'm going to be talking about keeping a journal and the benefits of doing so. Now, I keep my very own journal right here, and I like to put mini lessons, thoughts, quotes that I really like, realizations, changes in perspective and consciousness, things I've learned about myself or reality. I write mini stories as well as who I want to be, who I am, etc., etc. The most personal information about me is definitely in this journal. I've had it for about 4 years now, and reading back on it uh, helps me see how far I've come. It shows me I can celebrate where I'm at now. I'm a little old school and I like to write it by hand, but at some time I should probably type it all digitally in the chance that I share the information in my book freely. But there are many times where I have something I want to put in my journal, but I'm not with it, obviously. So I use a notes app on my phone, very easy, on my just to jot things down, thoughts, ideas, and then there are times where I'll just transfer them to my journal. Now, rereading this really helps me when I'm in dark places. Because when you're in a dark place in the moment, it's hard to see how far you've come. And the person you are right now, or the person that you were, would probably kill to be who you are right now. Society keeps telling us in various different ways that we aren't enough, to don't make mistakes, to be perfect on a statistical standpoint. So we never really let ourselves be okay with who we are right now. Some people just stay focused on where they need to be. They never once in their whole entire life enjoy where they are now. It's okay to be okay with where you're at right now. When you're looking for that version of yourself that you want to be, it's going to happen right now. Because life is an infinite amount of right nows. In the same way that tomorrow never comes, because every day is today. Now, discover who you are, who you want to be, what you want to have, why you love or hate life, and write it down. It's wild how many lessons I've had to remember at moments in my life, and I can actually look back on the version of myself who wrote down these entries and remember the lessons I struggled with. And I saw an example of trauma in changing yourself. Now, whatever fill in you want to use here, the example was having a full glass of dark liquid and then pouring water in it until the water became clear. Okay, it takes a while, and the dark liquid just gets brighter and brighter and brighter until it disappears completely. But during that time, old thought patterns, old unconscious behaviors, or generational traumas come up, and a lot of the issues we have in our psyche isn't even our baggage to begin with. It's indoctrinated to us from our parents, our school system, or our environment. And while we're working through that, it takes time and it reoccurs. Now, whether it be on your own or through these teachings or other teachings, a lot of stuff may come up until it's fully resolved. So a journal can help you in so many different ways. In a way, it's one of the only ways I express or who I would consider to be more so the real me. The me I am behind closed doors when no one else can see me. The me I keep reserved for myself. Now, this doesn't mean I'm not authentic when I am with others. I've worked past my people pleasing and insecurities and learned to be more genuinely myself regardless of who is around. But there's also this version of me I get kind of all to myself, and I kind of like that. I've learned to accept who I am and love who I am. I've learned who I am and I know who I want to be. Now I want to help others struggling on their path to do the same. It's hard to not just see an evil world full of suffering sometimes, but there's so much more to it than we think. So start your own journal. Jot things down in a note app and stick around. There's going to be plenty of lessons where I tell you to write down in a journal or something who you want to be, discover what you want and why, and etc., etc. Now, as always, I may not have covered everything I wanted to in this one video, but there will be others, and there most definitely be part twos. As my awareness expands and I learn deeper meanings. But one thing I know for sure is I covered everything I needed to right now. So please, for my sake, for your sake, have the day you're meant to have.